Welcome to Let's Stop There, live on Twitch. My name's Austin Hanna.
Hi, I'm Ganesh Sarma.
Hey, I'm Shane Burklow.
And this week, we're reading a book called Show Me a Single Dad Cowboy by Alexa Verde. I'm excited. We decided to do a live stream a while ago. Months ago. Years ago. This has been going on way too long, this show.
We've definitely been talking about doing it for a long time, being like, oh yeah, we should probably do a live show at some point.
And at one point that meant going somewhere and having people come see us. And that was a terrifying prospect. Yeah. Thank God a pandemic happened. And now I don't know who's watching and I don't care. If you like it or don't like it, I don't need to know because I'm not looking at the comments.
Who's wearing shoes? I'm sorry. We should introduce Phil.
Yeah, we should introduce
I have a lot of questions.
Right. I'm not wearing shoes, by the way. Right. Haven't in months. Phil is our live producer. You can see him there on the screen, I believe, in the top left. Is that correct? Phil is our good friend. Usually Ganesh produces this.
Yeah, I get a break today.
Not anymore, baby.
You get a break, but in reality, you're furious. You're steaming mad that somebody else has control over this show.
I don't like relinquishing control. And
if I could
it's
say
been
one thing
hard
about Ganesh, it's that he doesn't like to relinquish control. It's a defining trait.
Yeah, this is hard for him. Taking a step back, but hey, it's like a vacation. You know?
Yeah, we're having fun.
I don't have to worry about the recording button. It's like sitting here.
Yeah, this is easy. This
That's
is like
right.
being at work.
I won't be yelling at you today like I normally do.
Yeah, usually in person, he gets the whips out. It's a whole show.
Yeah, now you have to mind your P's and Q's tonight.
That's right. Yeah, you got to curb your abusive boss behavior.
Yeah,
that's my kink.
My lawyer's watching.
Yeah, this is actually a cry for help, this live show. Well, yeah, so we decided we're going to do a live show, and we're doing it, and we wanted to start off easy with a classic. And, fans of the old show, Amazon Book Club, will recognize books like this. This is our bread and butter. Show Me a Single Dad Cowboy.
It's right in our wheelhouse for sure.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff I read in my spare time. I don't know about you guys.
Well,
I look at the covers.
Before we get in all that, I have I'm curious about this live thing. Who are you guys wearing? What's going on?
Dior.
Dior.
What do you?
I'm wearing a nice unique. I'm wearing all actually head to toe Uniqlo.
I'm wearing a t-shirt that says "Born to Die."
Damn, is that how you feel?
Yeah, I'm dying to die. Shane, what do you got on? This is the classic Steve Jobs.
I have my black shirt and I have a hat that says Food Lion on it, which is a chain of grocery stores.
Yeah, which, maybe we'll be working at if this doesn't go well.
I'm hoping that they're looking because I could do I could do a 30-second spot.
You fishing for sponsorships right now? Looking for we're always we're open for ad dollars. Food Lion. Give us a call. Okay, enough chit chat.
I see, Shane. I see you wearing your nice, fancy necklace.
Guess it wasn't enough chit chat.
Yes.
It's a good looking necklace.
Chit-chat. Thanks. It's a little key.
That's all I know. It's a little key.
It's the key to my heart.
Mm-hmm. Does a loved one have the lock that it goes into around their neck? Because that would be so sweet.
No, not all symbols need full stuff, Austin. Sorry.
Hey, that's fair. I'm just a deep kind of thinker, so I didn't mean to project. All right. Well, I'm always down for more chit chat. What else you got? Ganesh, how you doing? Ganesh took about 10 caffeine pills a day because he was so nervous to be on Twitch.
I didn't take them because I was nervous. I took them because I was tired. And then after I took my first one, I realized it was a mistake when I started crashing. So then I took another one. And then just to level everything out, I chugged a CBD drink and then crushed some Taco Bell. So now I got a lot of things going on, but I'm at a fine balance right now.
Your body's working at full strength right now. Well, congrats to you.
It's that's confusing.
Yeah.
Very confusing.
Why you did that. Yeah.
Yeah, my body doesn't know what's going on. No, I feel great.
You're on that Saved by the Bell caffeine pill spiral now.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna start singing halfway through.
Yeah. Well, hey, we could only hope. All right. Now's enough of chit chat. Let's talk about the freaking book we're gonna read here. We're gonna read a book, and we're gonna do it the same way we usually do on our podcast. We're gonna have background music. We're gonna have sound effects. Hopefully, who knows what kind of old tricks we may pull out of our hat here. Hose Daddy might make an appearance. Phil, no Hose Daddy.
Hose Daddy.
We don't know.
We
If
don't
it
know.
happened,
I can't hear it. We can't hear
it
the sound effects, so God knows what's going on. Phil could be drowning us out with all manner of garbage music cues we gave him. But we're gonna do a real ass show here,
Yeah.
and I think it's time to get into the synopsis. Oh, no. Hold on. Before we do that, what we do on this show, if you never listened before, then how'd you find us here? But if you haven't, what we do is we read a book in 1 hour, and we're gonna stay true to that today. We're gonna have 1 hour.
1
to get
hour
through.
flat.
1 hour
Perfect.
flat.
we always nail it. Never
Always.
don't.
It's gonna be. If we go over an hour, sue us. And this week we're gonna read "Show Me a Single Dad Cowboy" in 1 hour. Now it's time for the synopsis. Ganesh, let's hear it.
All right, here's the synopsis for Show Me a Single Dad Cowboy. A small town single dad cowboy and a matchmaker out to prove herself in the big city. Can they have a chance at love? After Maggie Harris is fired from her job at a prestigious matchmaking agency in New York,
Just
she
wanna say,
returns.
Ganesh asked us how to say prestigious before the show. Sorry to blow up your spot, but
Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah.
You nailed it. You did
I
good.
got it that time.
first time you butchered it. It was disgusting what I heard.
Yeah.
She returns to her hometown, Cowboy Crossing, Missouri, to regroup.
Bizarro.
Falling
Haven't
for
Never heard of Missouri. It's the Show Me state.
I haven't heard of Cowboys Crossing.
Oh, sorry.
I'd like to see it. Sounds
Ganesh
good.
is gonna paint a picture for us.
All right.
Sorry to
falling
interrupt.
for yeah, it's okay. Falling for a local cowboy, Giorgio Moore, isn't part of the plan. Despite the attraction sparking between them, but abandoned by her mother as a child, Maggie instantly connects with Giorgio's daughter and offers to find him a wife who will be a good mother for his child.
Okay, that sounds good.
Hey, show me that single. Was it single dad?
Show me that single.
Cowboy?
Hey, do you think it says "Show Me" in the title because of Missouri?
Oh,
Well, there it is.
Man, let's just stop the stream now. Just kidding. We're gonna keep going. Do you just wanna get into it? We're on a tight. You got a tight hour here. Usually we
Mhm.
have hours to fuck around and edit out all the garbage we say. And today, no such chance. Do you want to pull the trigger and jump ahead?
Let's dive in.
Let's dive in. All right, we're gonna jump to the first page of "Show Me a Single Dad Cowboy."
All right.
Phil, did you jump? Did you do the graphic, the break?
We're jumping.
All right, we're back. Ganesh and Shane just speed sucked down a couple of jewels in the break.
Why you gotta say
There.
that?
There, hey,
all right.
it's
Narg.
I'm just
You don't have to like comment on everything that happens like off screen.
I kind of do. That's what the whole fucking show is. But you know what? Fine. You know what? In honor of that, what you just said, I'm not even going to mention the tiny cappuccino cup that Shane is drinking out of on screen right now. All right, I'm not even going to
Oh, you
talk
made
about it. No,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
a
we're
normal
get- we're
size cup.
picking it up.
I got
It
nothing.
looks nice.
I got nothing to say about that cup. All right, that's
You got a
normal.
saucer with it too?
No.
Hey, now who's taking pot shots?
It's not a pot shot. I'm just asking if he's got a saucer.
You guys, you think it's like cappuccino? It's not. It's
What is it?
Cowboy themed. It's
It's cowboy juice.
It's high. I bumped the thing. It's High West cowboy whiskey.
Oh, even better. That's a really classy way to drink whiskey in a Food Lion hat out of a little cappuccino mug. Well, we're doing good. Okay. Sorry, you're right. I'll keep all the nasty business that happens in the breaks to myself from now on.
Just look at your camera. Don't look at our camera.
I'll mind
Look
my
at
own
your
business. Nah, I'm a watcher.
All right.
Can't help it. All right, let's jump in. Ganesh, why don't you just read the freaking book?
This is
Show me a single dad cowboy.
yes. This is chapter 1 of Show Me a Single Dad Cowboy. Here we go. Maggie Harris went from a trot into a gallop, her hair flowing behind her, her lungs filling with fresh air, her heart rate racing.
Regular episode, I'd ask for horse whinnies,
Yeah,
but it's not.
I'd really like to feel the gallop, like a real
Wind-
bass boosted
Wind blowing
gallop.
through my hair. Can't even.
In
see
our
my
next
face.
live show, I'll have a Foley artist off screen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. You're paying. You're buying.
Her heart rate racing in time with the horse's hooves. For a few minutes, she felt carefree. But then reality came back. Ending up in her hometown after a thriving career as a much in demand New York matchmaker wasn't part of the plan. Her heart plummeted into the grass. The sting of being fired as fresh as yesterday. The city started feeling suffocating, so she'd sublet out her outrageously expensive apartment and took her childhood friend Liberty up on her offer to help her regroup and figure out how to get back on track.
All these books are always about somebody who moved to New York City and then came to regret it and then left to go back to their simple beginnings. Do you think that perhaps we're halfway through that story ourselves in our lives?
I feel like we would have already failed and gone back home if that were the case, but
Nah, we just succeeded.
Oh.
We stayed.
That's what you're getting at there. Yeah, we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. We're on Twitch reading a book.
For free.
Okay. I'm working on sponsorships here. I don't know about
That's
you guys.
true. You're putting in the
These-
work.
You guys not seeing my Gatorade?
Whoa. You can't just wave that around.
Yeah, I can, because as of this morning, I am a superstar athlete signed to Gatorade. I had fibbed a little bit on my application, but money's still coming in.
It's only a matter of time before Gatorade starts signing gamers.
Podcasters? Don't say gamers. That you're gonna
Sorry.
get all the.
You said
Just-
it weird too.
Yeah, he's with
Like,
disdain,
Yeah.
as if you're not one.
I wouldn't. All right.
You wouldn't call
yeah.
yourself a gamer?
No, I wouldn't. If you were to ask me to describe myself, I wouldn't be like, "Yo, I'm a gamer."
I'm a gamer.
Well,
No, I'd
first
be like,
off,
I play video games, but I'm not a gamer.
After he doesn't like to relinquish control, gamer is my second thought that comes to mind for you.
I do like the game.
It's a real appealing 1-2 punch. Anyway, go on.
Maggie glanced at the cerulean Missouri sky, endless without skyscrapers obstructing the view. A creek sparkled in the distance like a myriad of diamonds were dancing on its surface while the wildflowers, bejeweled pink and golden hues, offset the rich emerald green grass. Beautiful.
Sounds lovely.
I mean, the East River can be all sorts of colors if there's like an oil spill or something.
Yeah. There's all kinds of browns and oranges in there. It's a lovely sight.
Unlike Liberty, Maggie had never heard the call of the land, but even Maggie had to admit the God-made beauty caused a chest flutter.
That could just be those Missouri cheese curds. I'm not sure it's the sights.
Then she took another deep breath of air with the long-forgotten scent of hay, and nostalgia unraveled inside her. Being born on the wrong side of the tracks and raised by a single father, she'd been eager to escape her hometown at 18 to make something of herself.
Me too.
Yeah, I love it. I mean,
Took me
You
5
got-
minutes.
you got to remember the good stuff, like sniffing hay.
Mm-hmm. Glue.
You think fondly about sniffing hay?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's around, I'll
he'll
sniff.
take a whiff.
I'll whiff it.
Yeah.
I won't go
Put your head in.
crazy.
Enjoy the outdoors once in a while. Get your head in a bale of hay and just breathe.
It's the
She had-
wisest thing you've ever said.
Honestly, yeah, I'm starting to think I should be leaving New York City soon.
She'd expected the return to be difficult, especially now that her father was gone. Her chest tightened. Though he used to work long hours, often starting shifts just before school let out. And she'd seen him little while growing up. He had been the only parent she really knew. She missed him still. But being back wasn't so bad. In some way, not working grueling hours, pleasing yet another rich client felt liberating. She sank back in her seat to cue Blossom to slow down a little. Being among...
Sorry, Ganesh. I apologize. But she was...
We apologize every single time we talk. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
So she's a matchmaker. You can get fired for being a bad matchmaker?
If you make a bad match, you're done.
What does that mean? Like, wouldn't that be years? Like, maybe her first match turned out to be
failed.
bad?
Yeah.
I don't
Hung
know.
her head in shame and went all the way back to Missouri. Love our fans in Missouri.
Liberty had gladly let her borrow a horse now. Pity Liberty couldn't join her, though.
I ain't using it. You want this thing?
You're back in town. You're going to need this to get around.
I was going to shoot this old nag, but now that you're here, why let it go to waste?
Leaning forward, clucking her tongue, Maggie urged the horse to gallop again, but when she saw the wooden fence separating the line with Liberty's family property from her cousin's spread, she didn't have time to stop. Oh no! Blossom flew over the fence and Maggie held on for dear frickin' life. She flinched as Blossom landed and sprinted forward a few more paces. All right, okay, breathe in. All she had to do was to turn around and hightail it back to Liberty's family ranch instead of trespassing, but a cowboy was already heading her way.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and he's mad.
He's going full speed. Hey!
You scuff up that fence.
Take an old used up horse and get off my fence.
Maggie held it aside.
Go back to New York City.
Surely this shouldn't be a big deal. People in her hometown and on nearby ranches were friendly. Sometimes too friendly. She had received too many calls and even a few casseroles and pies on her first day back in town. Everybody seemed to know that the poor thing was fired.
I hate a friendly neighbor.
You don't want a pie?
No, I don't want to interact with people near me ever. Leave me alone. I don't know. I'm about to move out of this apartment. I don't know the name of anybody else in this building.
You're telling me if you moved into a place and on your first day someone gave you a pie and it smelled delicious, you wouldn't try it?
You know, in my last apartment, I moved in and on the first day, my neighbor named Margot came over and gave me a jar of preserves.
That's lovely.
She was a handful until she moved out. Honestly, would have preferred nothing at all.
Are you kidding?
She was always knocking on my door.
At least you got preserves out of it.
You gave me preserves day one, then I got to give you shit every time you come back? No.
Is that how that worked?
Yes, it's all a game, dude. You gotta.
It's not a game.
Yeah. If you come to me with a pie, next thing you know, I'm gonna help you move. No. Nuh-uh. I only talk to people in this exact circumstance on a screen, streamed live to a number of people.
Well, you should talk to a therapist about that.
Like they reject me. It's too much, they say.
She suppressed the urge to grind her teeth. She had been pitied by adults and teased by children as a kid. She didn't want to be pitied as a grown-up. Hence all the hard work she'd put in trying to make it in New York. When the cowboy neared her, she almost groaned. Yeah, just what she needed. Her pulse picked up speed and Blossom neighed as if feeling Maggie's mixed emotions. Giorgio Moore, which, by the way, is when you think of like a cowboy and you're trying to think of a name for a cowboy, Giorgio is not on my list of names.
No, I agree with that. Sounds
maybe
almost like it's like Italian or something.
Yeah, maybe he's like a spaghetti western kind of cowboy. I don't know.
Wow.
Damn. Getting canceled on the live stream, Ganesh. Bold move.
The son of the affluent owners of this ranch. Can I not say spaghetti western? She had had a crush on him in high school.
The proper term is Italian American, my friend.
She had kept it a secret and admired him from afar since they'd run in different circles, save for a few of Liberty's family events that included her cousins. Well, let's stop there.
Hey,
Is that
sounds
that's
familiar.
the whole book?
That's it.
That's it.
Phil, let's
stop
get a round
there.
of applause for Ganesh.
Thank you.
Can't hear it?
Can't hear it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's pretty
Much
good.
appreciated.
No, that's not the whole damn book. We got 4 more sections or something to read. That's it for that section. How we feeling? All right, this lady,
Mhm.
New York City, just like us. All right, a New Yorker gone back home, gets herself a leftover horse and runs straight into a fence. That sounds like what would happen to me. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, she's rusty.
I'd get
Um,
kicked by it.
Yeah, that wouldn't fly on Cow Shit Road. They would not like that.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Well, someday you'll go back and we'll see how it goes. Okay. Hey, this is great. I feel like something good's gonna happen with this cowboy. Sounds like to me he could be a single dad, but I'm just guessing. Let's find out. Let's jump ahead now to the next page.
The
Show me a single-
25%.
No, no, we don't do that anymore. We still are figuring out what we do, but it's not that. We're jumping ahead to show me a single dad cowboy right now. All right, we're back. We're back reading Show Me a Single Dad Cowboy. And our hapless hero, last we checked, was face down in the mud with a strapping, potentially available cowboy galloping up. What happened in the
I don't
interim?
think
We don't
they-
know.
I don't think they said strapping.
I mean,
Yeah, I think
But-
you're filling that
but-
in from your mind.
But yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what
when
I'm
I think cowboy, I think
So you
Physics,
think
I
all
think-
cowboys are pretty handsome, huh?
physically fit. I think
Okay.
good with his hands,
All right.
broad shoulders.
somebody like this.
Yeah. Waxed chest,
Look at this
thick
guy.
thighs, big calves.
Uh-huh.
Look at this guy though. Look at him.
Oh, Daddy.
This guy would rip your hand off.
A piercing set of baby blues is
Well,
what
you
I'm
can't-
thinking.
You can't see this guy's baby blues, his BBs, but
Yeah, but they're there. You know they're there. Yeah, this guy's sexy as hell. I'm not going to apologize for saying the obvious. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Ganesh, you want to get into it? You want to read?
All right, this is chapter 5. Giorgio gestured to his living room sofa after he and Maggie tucked his daughter into bed the next evening.
Already meeting the kid?
Thank you for making a house visit, for being hands-on about spending time with her. Hands-on, huh? I enjoyed it. She chuckled as she sank into the granola-hued sofa and studied the large sheet of paper spread on the floor.
ooh, you don't see a lot of those. Just granola colored.
Is that the color? I was trying to.
I'm trying to
Oh,
picture that.
It's just lumpy with like
Uh-huh.
spots of like red and brown.
It'd make you hungry, wouldn't it?
No, regular granola doesn't make me hungry. Let alone a
Um,
couch in a style of granola.
Do you enjoy granola like regularly?
Hurts my jaw. You
What
get
kind-
that
Yeah.
feeling? I got a
Yeah.
weak jaw. Can't handle a mouthful of granola like that.
I feel you
It's-
there.
I need sauces,
Mhm.
soups.
You're a slurper.
I'm a slurper.
Ugh.
He slurps.
Ugh.
It
I've
runs
been
in the
out-
family,
I've been out to eat with him.
and I slurp.
He goes for soft food to slurp.
Yeah, I bring my own little magic bullet with me to the restaurant.
Yeah.
So when they bring me solids, I say, "Pardon me, where's the restroom?" Put it all in a little plastic bag, take it back,
Mm.
pump on the magic bullet, put a little occupied sign on the door, 10 minutes later, I'm out there slurping it through a fucking twisty straw. And nobody's the wiser. And it's good for the gut.
Their handprints in different bright colors were drying up. Hers were mostly in green, while Bianca had chosen pink paint, of course. Bianca had decided she'd wanted to finger paint today, and she'd wanted all hands on deck, or on paper in this case. He sat down too, keeping a sensible distance away from her. Without his daughter as a buffer, the attraction simmering between them became more evident than usual. Or was that attraction one-sided? His gut twisted. Whoa. He had told her yesterday he'd liked her, but she didn't say anything back. But he couldn't have been wrong about the way she looked at him.
She did have a mouthful of mud and was on the ground.
Hope spread through him as sweet and enticing as her perfume. Okay, now we can discuss a few dates. She looked away. Hope dissipated, disappointment souring in its place. It was all about business for her. Well, sure, he said with an enthusiasm he didn't feel. His gaze...
Well, sure, you can use the magic bullet on the dinner I made. Go ahead.
Thank you. How accommodating.
His gaze perused her face and stopped on a speck of pink paint on her cheek. But first, let me remove this. He strode to the kitchen, wet a hand towel, then returned and leaned to her, close enough to...
This could bring like a knife.
You like this?
That's a cowboy thing. Cowboys would do that.
Yeah. Yeah, they're unstable.
You think cowboys wear boots in their own house?
Yeah. Duh.
No, they respect their floors.
Cowboys are definitely shoes in the house, people. Is my
I don't
opinion.
know.
I mean, they are a pain to like put on and take off. So, I mean,
You would know the best.
when I had
For sure.
cowboy boots,
Are you
I
trying to
wouldn't
like
take
in
them off.
a roundabout way? It seems like you want to talk about your cowboy boots.
Yeah, I had a beautiful pair of boots.
What were they? Gator skin?
No clue. I think they were some sort of leather.
Got a real city slicker here. What are your boots made out of, boy?
Leather.
What was like, did it have like ornate detailing on it?
Mhm,
On them?
The actual like the bottom part of it was a nice kind of cowhide leather, and then I don't know what like the parts of the boot are called, but the taller part
The
was
front, the
black.
back? Oh.
Sure. And I must have disrespected cowboys everywhere, because the first thing I did when I realized how uncomfortable the boots were was put a pair of Dr. Scholl's in them.
He drew
So
he
What's
drew
the
the
perfect English
Nike
story?
he drew the Nike swoosh on the side. This will doll him up.
Yep.
Yeah, the most.
But anyway, after I put the Dr. Scholl's in them, they were great. You could wear them all day. You could jump up and down. You could play some basketball. You
You
know?
ever play basketball in your boots?
Yeah.
I would.
What
I'd
an
love to
eclectic
see.
guy. Ganesh is the result of the melting pot. Man playing basketball in cowboy boots.
You know, my dad's favorite show when I was growing up, he would watch nothing but the Beverly Hillbillies, Dukes of Hazzard, and MASH. So I think a lot of that might have rubbed off on me, just being
Yeah.
around it as a kid.
Yeah, you are the modern day Beverly Hillbilly for sure.
That's why I'm an oil tycoon.
Mm-hmm. Texas tea. That's
All right, let me find my
that's
place.
that's what Shane's sipping on.
Okay.
Cheers. Cheers to you.
Strong.
His gut twisted. He had told her yesterday he liked her, but she didn't say anything back. But he couldn't be wrong about the way she looked at him. Hope spread through him as sweet and enticing as her perfume. I read all this. I apologize.
Ode de Missouri.
See,
Sounds like an old riverboat.
in normal times, he'd cut this out. And no one.
You're
would
right.
Know. No one would know how many times we hear.
This happens
Mistakenly.
hundreds of times per week.
I lose my place.
That's normal. I lose my place.
His
How
gaze
people have to see
perused her face. Nope, read all that. He strode to the kitchen. Nope, read that. Close enough to see the flecks in her green eyes, where he could disappear if he wasn't too careful. Close enough to savor her sweet perfume, close enough to kiss. But he didn't need to think that. His heart was beating fast enough already. As he brushed the towel against her face, touching her smooth skin, she drew in a breath sharply. Her eyes widened and her breathing became rapid.
Uh-oh. She's got COVID symptoms, folks. Give her a test.
Oh, yes. He had affected her as much as she had affected him. He had a smile as a pleasant wave washed away his previous disappointment. All good now, in more ways than one. She just stared at him, as if unable to say a word. Thank you, she muttered finally. An idea tugged his lips up. You got something to say?
I'm speechless.
You know, your acting is it's pretty good.
Okay,
I don't
you got
think
some
it's-
notes?
Well, I'd like to see you take that again.
You know, when I was setting up this stream, it prompted me to tag the stream, and one of the tags I picked was voice acting. So you
Oh my
have
God.
a lot to live up to, my
Let's
friend.
give it one more take.
Yeah, from the
let's
top,
see it.
okay? Page 1. All right, let's hear it one more time.
Thank you, she muttered finally.
Okay.
Better.
Let's
We're
just
gonna go.
give-
We're gonna go with somebody else on this.
An
Yeah, but-
idea tugged his lips up. How about instead of planning my dates with other women, we have our date right here, right now. The one we never had, thanks to a misunderstanding. He held his breath. He had done what he had promised himself he wouldn't do. He had put himself out there again, making himself vulnerable.
God, there's nothing sexier than an emotionally available cowboy with just the thickest trunk and the biggest pecs you've ever seen. You know what I'm saying?
Like this little guy in my picture. Look at him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
He looks.
Big-
I mean, is he controlling 2 horses there? I can't see what's going on.
Uh,
Move that head. Oh my God, is he breaking a second horse?
Yeah, he's about to. He's about to have 2 horses. That's pretty good.
That's one to borrow. That's a loaner. Like a spare bedroom.
If she said no for a second time, he'd never ask her again. The same vulnerability settled in her eyes. But you can't leave your daughter by herself, right? And I already had dinner today.
Sounds like somebody doesn't want this date.
He grinned.
And also, I gotta wash my hair, and it's getting pretty late.
I'll take it as a yes, but we're not going anywhere. You're probably used to fancy dinners and elaborate compliments, but I'm a simple guy. What you see is what you get. I can bring popcorn and we can watch a movie and we can dance. Here. She hesitated.
The movies will supply the popcorn. Don't need to
That's
worry
true.
about it.
Yeah, he's overthinking it. Classic.
Go
Classic
see
cowboy.
the Nutty Professor.
Mm-hmm. This is
Get a bucket.
a period piece.
Well, he's trying
Or-
to save a couple bucks, so he pre-pops some corn and then brings them in his hat.
Oh, well,
There's a
that's pretty
10-gallon
good.
hat, and he takes it off, and it's just full of popcorn.
I had experience like that. I don't know if I probably have told this story on here. I don't know. We went to a premiere of a movie. It's like a midnight
Wow.
premiere of I think it was The Dark Knight.
Oh,
And
Oh,
my
I was-
friend, maybe he's watching this. I don't know. He sits down next to me, and he takes off his hat, and he's got 2 cheeseburgers in it. And he's
Oh
like,
my
"You want?"
God.
He's like, "You want one?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I'll like
I want that warm burger from your head.
I was like, who knows how long he had it just in his. But that's what I'm saying. Hat is a good way to bring snacks into
That's
a
his
theater.
emergency burger. I saw The Dark Knight with Ganesh.
Mhm.
Am I allowed to say what happened?
Go ahead.
Ganesh was on LSD, and he was flipping the fuck out the whole time. And I was just trying to have a chill night at the movies, and this guy was losing his cool. But in the end, we had a pretty good time. It wasn't bad.
I
You didn't
feel
have
like
that
I was pretty calm for someone on acid watching that
You were
movie.
You were sweating bullets.
The worst part was in the lobby of this theater, they had like a cage with an actor playing the Joker in the cage, and everyone there was dressed like Heath Ledger. And when I stood in line to buy popcorn, and literally everyone was just the Joker. That was the most terrifying part of that.
You think
night.
you were in hell or heaven? All right, that's when you cut out.
Yeah,
Then-
that would probably get cut out.
It's in, and
Or we could
I'm fine with it.
I don't know if we have booze on the soundboard.
Do you got booze, Phil? I cue it up. Boo me.
Drown this guy in booze.
Yeah.
And then can you feel like you probably have this handy too. So just hit the button that'll play the performance of Heath Ledger from 10 Things I Hate About You singing on the football field.
Yeah, you practice this. Can you quickly replace my screen with Heath Ledger?
Yeah, one sec. All right, we're good.
Thank you, Phil.
The same vulnerability. Nope, read all that. She hesitated, then nodded. As long as we don't step on our art, she had agreed. The single thought seemed to pulse from his heart, thrum through his veins, to throb in his head. She had said yes. He didn't want to think that she'd be leaving for New York at some point, quite possibly taking his heart with her. Once upon a time, he had been a planner, but after his father had left, then his ex, Giorgio learned to live in the moment, enjoying the present day. Well, then we'll have footprints in addition to handprints, but I think it should be dry enough by now to put it away. I'll help you. As they moved the large paper, she looked up. We can discuss potential candidates tomorrow. I promised your daughter I'd help her bake cookies. His heart squeezed.
Uh-oh.
Everybody here sounds like they're having chest problems. Not sure I like where this is going.
He'd seen his daughter smile more these last days than in the months before. Was he wrong to invite Maggie into their lives? If his child was getting attached already, well, what would happen when Maggie left for the big city lights?
Go with her, huh?
Yeah,
There's
just
always
go.
room for a cowboy in New York.
Oh yeah.
I'd
We
love
need
to see one right
more
now.
of them,
Yeah,
honestly.
there's a
Yeah.
definition of cowboys.
They got tons of bars with mechanical bulls.
Oh yeah,
Feel right at
oh
home.
my god, you ever ride a mechanical bull in your life?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
I had the worst bruises on my thighs for weeks. Wouldn't recommend it.
I would pay money to see you on a mechanical bull.
Have you
No,
not?
I'd love it.
I got video. I'll send
You're acting surprised that I haven't seen you on a mechanical
I'm trying to
bull.
remember who was there with me, but the trauma to my thighs was so severe that I've blocked most of it out. I spent.
Are you
weeks
going on
in
mechanical
pain.
bulls that much where it's like probable that I've seen you on a mechanical bull?
Honestly, before the pandemic,
That's his thing.
I probably rode 3 mechanical bulls in the year before COVID. And once this thing's lifted, I'm getting right back on. All right.
You caught the itch like right at the worst time.
Yes. It was a bad time to get into mechanical bulls for sure.
You're
You've been,
telling
like-
me your apartment building doesn't have a communal mechanical bull somewhere?
I've been looking for a luxury building that has like, gym, spa and mechanical bull, but the prices are through the roof. Unless
Yeah.
you're going way out to like Canarsie. Then the mechanical bulls are all over the place.
That's bull country.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Maybe Maggie had a point, and he should take her up on her offer after all. He needed a woman who'd stick around, not one who'd never wanted to stay in their hometown. Not a woman who'd had something to prove, if not to others, then to herself. Instead, he surprised himself by saying, "May I have this dance?" There's no music. There will be now. He found a love song on his phone and
He just
placed the
started singing.
phone on the coffee table.
Oh, let's dance. The last dance. He's just belting it out. Bianca's like, I'm trying to sleep, sir.
I have 2 left feet, she visibly swallowed. You don't always have to be great at something to enjoy it. You can just be.
Wow, this cowboy's a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
Rhythm's
cowboy's
a
wise.
dancer.
This cowboy's like Sam Elliott in The Big Lebowski.
He offered her his hand. Another lesson he'd learned the hard way. His father was a perfectionist, demanding his sons do everything just right, from studies to chores.
Dance boy.
Well, all right.
Shooting his 22 at his feet.
I do love to do it.
In the end, he had turned out to be far from perfect himself. In the beginning of his marriage, Giorgio had tried to make it perfect, having high expectations of himself and his bride. It didn't work. These days, he figured good was, well, good enough.
That's where I'm at. I've been
I
there
can
my whole
relate to
life,
that.
though. Good
Yeah.
enough.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's good
Why?
enough.
Why do better than required? Then people expect stuff. It's a whole big thing.
Don't say later, I didn't warn you. She lifted her chin and placed her hand in his. His heart warmed as she followed his lead and they swayed to the music. She fit so well in his arms and made such a strong wave of pleasure sweep him up as if she were meant just for him. It was as if he hadn't met anyone who'd made him feel this way before because he needed to wait for her. Let's stop there.
This is love.
Let's stop there.
Uh-oh, it's heating up.
Tugging the heartstrings. Feeling good.
This is love. Usually the books we read are, I mean,
Smut.
yeah.
We'd be a couple boners deep by now, usually, for sure. And this is something a little more tender, something a little classier, I'd say.
Yeah, it's nice. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like, I like the dancing. I like the finger painting. I really wish it would go more into like their dinner, but
Yeah,
maybe
I'm
next-
dying for some food descriptions. Just any old time. Let me know what you're eating. All right. It's my number one requirement for a book. I'm feeling good about it. Things seem to be going the right way. I wonder where the conflict might be, perhaps around the corner, if this book is written in the traditional fashion. But, I wouldn't put it past Alexa Verde to surprise us. You ready to jump ahead, everybody? Let's go. Let's jump. We're going to the next section of Show Me a Single Dad Cowboy. Thank you. All right, we're back. And seems like a good time to read potentially some comments. I just loaded it up, and the first thing I see is a man named Bad Piss Son has said, "This show is giving me diarrhea." Which, fair enough. Me too. We gotta wrap this up soon. It's getting something bad over here. And Ganesha's caffeine pills. Shane's drinking God knows what out of that little tiny mug.
Don't worry about it.
Diarrhea.
Oh, we got one. Paul Murray says, "Are you my father?" I think that question is for Ganesh. And the answer is yes.
Probably.
Bad Piss Son says, "Not a joke. The man has diarrhea."
You
So-
can tell. Oh, well, that's a skill.
Oh, we got Sandwich Person, who I believe is the one and only Morris Reese, who makes all of our beautiful music. He says, "Give me a diaper." So things seem to be going pretty good in the chat.
All right.
Oh, Naomi Camacho says, "Hi, Austin." Hello, Naomi. She's just in another room in this apartment. How are you doing?
I'm wearing a shirt she got me. Thanks,
That's
Naomi.
true. Hey. Bad Piss Son says, "Why would I joke about that? I believe you, dude.
It's
believe
true.
you
No
got-
one's
I
doubting you of
I
diarrhea,
bel-
man.
I believe you gotta go. And you know what? The good thing about Twitch is you can take us with
You can take it with you.
Go let it rip and just bring us along for the ride.
Enjoy.
What else are we working on here? Constructa says, "Any Shovel Son?" There's always Shovel Son.
Oh boy.
Oh,
We're
my
working up.
word.
We're working up to Shovelson. It hasn't been
Making-
quite a mess yet.
Goldshine MS says, "When are you doing the Women's History Month tribute?" I gotta say, it's for the best if we just mind our P's and Q's about that. All right. Every episode is for all the women I love in my life. And I do apologize to all of them. Show cats. Ganesh, where's your cat? At the door, perhaps?
I got one sleeping over here. I'm not gonna wake him up.
Wow. Oh, he's right there?
Yeah.
Come on, get him over here. I want to see him. I can't see you guys because I'm looking at the comments. Yeah, go wake your mean cat up and let him scratch you.
Oh,
what else?
Up. Hello, Clegg.
There's that cat.
There's the big guy.
That's the meanest cat I ever met in my whole life.
That's good. Yeah.
Somebody said Lord's Kitty says we desire cats, so this seems like somebody with an unhealthy obsession, perhaps.
Here's one of them.
Bad Pit Son has in fact gone to the bathroom. I just want to update everybody. Bad Pit Son has evacuated his bowels and he's ready to keep rolling with the show.
Oh, good. Like. That's good news.
Wow, more comments than I was expecting. Tommy Poot says, have Clegg do the end of the book. Honestly, maybe an improvement on the show. Oh, I can't. All right, I'm getting sucked in. I can't read all these comments. We'll come back.
We'll come back.
Say some more shit, and I'll come back to you. Oh, we got a wave from Kayla. Everybody's chiming in, having fun, watching the show. They've stuck with us for this long. Okay, let's enough blather, right? Let's get back to the show. Ganesh, would you like to read us the next section of Show Me a Single Dad Cowboy? You think this guy has you think they're together? Are they an item at this point?
Yeah,
probably not. That usually doesn't happen until like the last page.
That's true.
What?
Everybody's got problems up until the very end.
Yeah, and then the last page, they're like getting married or something. That's like, it's always a proposal, like a big proposal at like a sweetheart's dance or
yeah,
you know, something to that effect.
Or like when they give ribbons to like the sheep, best sheep in the county.
That's right. It's the Missouri Sheep Festival. Good time to propose. Make sure you bring your photographer. All right, let's get into it. Let's hear it. Let's let her rip.
You ever seen one of them like world's biggest pigs?
Not in person.
I have.
No.
I saw I saw the world's smallest woman once. I think I've talked about that on the show.
You have, and it's.
I went to the New Jersey State Fair. I went to the New Jersey State Fair, and the world's smallest woman was in that little glass box watching Home Improvement on a television that was much bigger than her whole body. And she was eating Kentucky Fried Chicken, and she had to reach up into the bucket. That's the God's honest truth. I'm not even kidding. I wish I was. I'm sorry, but it really happened. I was like 10, and me and my parents just stood there and looked at her, and I felt so upset.
Yeah, that's one of some stories really you can really get like a sense of somebody from what they've experienced. That's it for you.
For sure.
That's like your whole thing. That explains everything about you.
No, you're totally right. That definitely changed my whole life. And sorry, just one last comment. Lord's Kitty says, I need Shane's tiny mug. So, the little lady needs Shane's tiny mug.
Yeah, she could use it.
If I could go back in time, I'd give it to her. She's probably doing great. Fingers crossed. All right, let's read the book.
Fantastic. Maggie did her best to infuse enthusiasm in her voice. She failed. I can set up the next date for you, something more romantic. He stopped. I mean, she's lovely and fun and likes children. We have a lot in common. But there won't be a second date. Daddy, I didn't land yet. Bianca placed her hands on her hips.
Shane, you laughing at your own small mug? What's going on?
I'm laughing at your horrible story. Every time.
It's a good story. It made me compassionate. If I didn't see that, I'd probably hate little tiny people. All right, I'm sorry. All right, another one for the cutting room floor that doesn't exist.
Oh my! Hey, the way you tell it, the way it's just like another day for like little kid Austin.
It was.
I can like picture your face too, just like.
I don't even know if you know this, but it was I was probably dead-eyed and disassociating with what I was seeing for sure. I don't even know if I told you this part. It was at the Meadowlands, which was also In the parking lot of the
Damn.
Meadowlands.
That's prime time.
Yeah, the Giants and the Jets were out of town that weekend, and they said, "Bring in the small woman." All right, I'm gonna stop
Dad.
talking about this lady. All right, it's enough
Yeah.
about her.
Daddy, I didn't land yet. Bianca placed her hands on her hips, then spread them again. All right. He resumed walking and growling.
Oh, never heard that voice out of you before. I liked it.
Hope fluttered inside Maggie, and then her mouth went dry. Why? I mean, why won't there be a second date? I'm sorry about your hard work, but all the time I was with her, all I could think about was you. As her father stopped making growling noises, the girl started making them herself, then stopped a moment. Well, why don't you and Miss Maggie go on a date?
Oh my
Don't you
God.
wanna?
No, don't like.
Wait. No, wait. Phil, hit the applause real quick. We gotta motivate Ganesh to always use that voice.
Yeah, come on. And you know how you motivate Ganesh? It's the only thing that gets him going is applause. Let's hear it for Ganesh. Come on.
Thank you.
Phil, let
Thank
it
you.
rip.
Much appreciated.
Time for a living legend. Hear it.
He cleared his throat. I'd love to. Maggie's heart jumped in her throat. Do you mean it? Daddy, I want to land. He swooped his daughter to the floor. Okay, sweet pea. Would you like me to make something to eat?
These two insane characters' voices talking to each other is great.
No, I'm going to play with Biscuit.
Screaming right at her. Ugh.
She dashed to her room. By now, Maggie knew the girl meant her toy puppy, so the name didn't surprise her. Giorgio stepped to her. I meant it the first time, and I mean it
Stepped to her.
now.
Want to take this outside, girl? Please, Giorgio.
I mean it now. So, what are you going to say? Yes. Well, she wanted to say yes so much, but something held her back. And it wasn't just the fact that her life was still in New York City.
New York City.
Trying to bring marital bliss to other people should have substituted for lack of her own, but it hadn't. She had been confident on the outside. Deep inside, however, she might have stayed that insecure poor girl who knew there had to be something wrong with her or her mother wouldn't have abandoned her. Maggie had always been afraid.
They tried to summon something there.
That's a lot.
I was going to power through it. I was just thinking about my Gatorade.
What
Back-
flavor is it? Sorry.
Orange.
I need to know. Orange.
You know, I thought it was something. It really just does say orange on it. You can't see it. It's in space. It's good though. Tastes orange.
That's kind of like whatever color Gatorade you get, it's gonna taste like that color.
Yeah. I like blue. How about you?
I like
Ice
the
blue.
no. I don't like that blue. I like the blue that's like purple.
You see, like purple.
But it's
Ganesh-
bluish.
Ganesh, what's your favorite Gatorade?
It's called Fierce Melon.
Get the you know.
What?
You're bougie.
It's a classic.
No, it's not.
Sure it is.
no.
Been
You're going
around
to-
for a
go-
dog's age.
You're going to specialty stores for this Gatorade. Phil, what's your
Nah.
favorite Gatorade? Chime in.
The piss yellow one. I guess the
Yeah.
original.
Lemon lime. That's classic.
No, it's called Piss Yellow. All right. Yeah, lemon lime's good. All right. Hey. The Gatorade dollars are coming in. We told them. We told them we'd do it. All right, get back into the book, I guess.
I lost my place.
And what else is new? Should we look at some comments while you lost your place?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Oh dear. Oh no. Bad Piss Son says orange is also a fruit, guys, and
Mm.
I'm gonna have to fact check that. We're gonna in the break. I'm gonna check that out. Ooh. Oh dear. Ooh. Oh no. Oh, somebody wrote out New York City the way I yelled it. That makes me feel good. A lot of people are saying Growl Daddy, so I think that is a sign for.
I'm
Ganesh
glad
to
they said
growl
that.
more.
Yeah. If we had to name those voices, you have Dumb Guy,
Yeah.
Little Kid, New
Uh-huh.
York Hustler.
Growl,
you have
yeah, Growl
Growl
Daddy's a
Daddy.
good name.
Hold up, I got a New York hustler voice.
Yeah, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah,
You don't-
it's
You
a
don't use
regular
it very much.
Yeah.
It's like old timey gangster. That's what.
Oh, that's the best one. Is that the Yancey guy?
Yeah. See.
I haven't heard that in a minute. I
Yeah,
think we
he's-
should find a spot for him later in this episode.
Maggie had always been afraid other people would realize it out too. Hence, the fresh start far away from Cowboy Crossing where no one knew her history, where no one would pity her. I thought I didn't matter to you then, she whispered. You mattered to me then, and now, when I've gotten to know you better, you matter to me much more. But sometimes I have a feeling you, how should I say it, don't matter to yourself?
Whoa. Growl Daddy getting introspective.
Mm-hmm. Finally, for once. Use these growls for good, Growl Daddy.
She winced. For so long, she thought if she was successful in her career, she'd prove her worth to her entire hometown. She'd prove her worth to the boys she'd liked but had to leave behind. But the only person she needed to prove her worth to was herself. Her mind whirled. Yes, no, maybe. He reached for his hand.
That's a whirl.
Yeah, for sure.
It's also my normal brain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm constantly paralyzed by fear. Thinking, should I do this? Should I go outside? No, not today. Maybe.
He reached for her hand. Well, which one is it going to be? His touch traveled to her heart, and she gazed in his mesmerizing dark eyes as if they were the night sky and she was eager to make a wish.
Oh, it's like Austin's background.
Yeah, I'm God.
His eyes are God.
Did I not tell you that?
Maybe he's Santa.
I'm Santa. Santa's
You're
God.
Santa?
This has all been established.
All right.
I'm going to look a lot like Santa when I get older. I thought about that a lot.
Yeah, you definitely are. I mean, your dad kind of does a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to have primetime Santa face when I'm old. And
Are you going to lean into it, or are you going to take it in a fresh direction?
Are you kidding me? That's work, baby. That's a built-in job offer. I show up to the local mall saying, "Hey, I'm hungry. I'm desperate. I look like Santa. Let's do the math. Put me on the chair and let me talk to those kids."
The tryouts are hard.
Yeah, it's like a real hard audition.
Yeah,
Well,
they put a sack of flour on your knee and have you sit there for a while.
Mm-hmm. I'm already doing that anyway.
Start working the knees early, right now. Get them
I'm gonna
going.
get a leg up. I'm gonna bring my own flour sack with me. So I already got the tools. You provide the suit, and I'm good to go. Is there like a union? How do you join up on that kind of thing? Do they organize? Is it like Jingle All the Way, where there's just like a warehouse of Santas that are all just ready and raring to be dispatched to?
Well, those are
malls?
bad Santas, right?
Every
I thought
Santa.
they were like part of the criminal syndicate.
Every Santa's got a story. There's no good or bad human being. Well, there are some bad ones and good ones like me, but Santa's middle of the road.
Maybe. Think about it, please. And I'm going to go check on Bianca. He strode to his daughter's room. Maggie trailed him. As they entered the room, painted in the same pink hue as the living room, and with a rug to match, they found Bianca dancing with the toy puppy. She grinned at them. Let's all dance. Maggie shifted from one foot to the other.
Repulsive, that voice.
I'm not a good dancer. I think I mentioned it already. Well, I want to teach you. The girl nodded, such a serious expression on her face. All of them filed into the living room, and Giorgio put music on his phone. 6 none the richer, I believe. When the child started flailing her arms.
Kiss
You
me.
know, that's the only song I've ever bought on like iTunes, and so it's
gonna
always
be a
an
story
option
there.
for like an alarm.
You've been waking up to kiss me for the last 15 years.
No, I had to stop. That's a terrible thing to do.
What is your alarm?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Silent vibrations.
Silence? It's just your phone vibrating on the table, and that wakes you up?
Yeah.
He's
That's
a light
impressive.
sleeper, as am I. What's your alarm, Ganesh?
It's the most obnoxious alarm noise I could find, and it plays at full blast.
What is it? The voice you're doing for that kid?
That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
Just yanking your leg.
It's-
What is
it's
it?
me
Is it just like
reading.
a horn?
Uh-huh.
What is it? Like a? I hate that. I can't.
It sounds like a radioactive alarm or something like that.
That's the worst.
No, that's freaky. That's freaky.
I'm so afraid of oversleeping and like showing up late to something. So and that's the only way I think I can wake up.
These days, I gotta worry about that.
Yeah. Like everything Shane says, punctuated by that little mug, is good.
Yeah, the lean back with the
These
with the
days.
slow sip.
You don't have to worry about it.
Things are good these days. Well, is there more?
No, let's stop there.
Let's
stop
Who
there.
cares? Well, that was good. This book is a slow burn.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of hoping for more smut. We didn't get it. Maybe next time. Did you pick
Pretty
one
sure this is
specifically?
a clean book.
What the fuck are we even doing here? Shut it down, restart it. We'll be back at 11 p.m. with some dirt.
Yeah, we should start doing an early show and a late show.
Yeah. Late shows for the freaks and the perverts like Bad Piss Man or whatever that guy's name was. Sorry,
Hey,
Bad
he's
Piss.
going through some stuff.
It's
he's
Bad
working
Piss
it
Son.
out.
Bad Piss Man is his father.
Mm.
Okay. Well, hey, I feel good. How many sections are left? One more?
I think one more, yeah.
We only did 4 for this one, right? Just so
Mhm.
I mean, we're coming up on that hour real quick.
We still got time.
Yeah, we got a lot of time. I'm God. All right, let's jump ahead now to the last section.
Mhm.
The last section, the very last section of Show Me a Single Dad Cowboy. Please. All right, we're back. We're back in a big way. This is the end of the book. And before we get into it, I just got to say, reading these comments is, if this is a reflection on us, then I don't know what kind of fan base we have cultivated. There is some sick stuff going on in this comment section.
Oh, yeah.
And I like it.
Read it.
I like it
Read
a
it.
lot. Well, right off the bat, I don't play games 84 says the whole fan base is a bunch of pervs. Which,
That's fair.
that's fair. Morris says late night for the freaks. Bad Piss Son wants a 2 a.m. show. Shipwrecked Sour says filthy. Yeah, no, this is good. This is
You
these
know
are my
what?
kind of people.
You know what these comments need? And Phil, get ready. I think they need Hose Daddy on them.
Uh-oh. They're dirty.
And I don't think one spray is enough. I think we got to break out Shovel Son.
Shovel Son's coming to bury them. Is there even a Shovel Son?
Nope.
Making Phil make these on the fly.
Can Phil just chime in and say Shovel Son in a deep voice?
Come on.
Shovel Son.
Thank you. That's going in the show from now on. We got the official Shovel Son bite.
That's canon. Yeah.
We got a request for Bowflex, which I almost asked for, but I don't think we have it queued up.
I forgot to give that over.
Bowflex is an old classic, dude. What else we got in there? We might as well just unload them now. That's the end of the damn show.
Snooters.
What do you?
I mean, we'll never know. We can't hear him.
Phil, let it rip. Just let them all go. Okay. Do we have Hey Tone? We got a request for Hey Tone. Do we have Hey Tone?
I think I might have given that to him.
That one went away somehow. Next time.
We probably said we'll never ask for Hey
We'll never
Tone.
use it.
Can you just said no sound effects? So you're lucky I have any.
Hey Tone is long retired, but maybe next time we'll bring it back. Duncan, I apologize. People are looking for Mama. I gotta quick look at these comments. Next time we'll load up the full.
You are Mama. It's just
Mama.
You. Yeah, that's you.
Mama.
We're doing Mama, dude.
I'm Mama.
He mama.
All right, I'm gonna get us into the last page here
Thank you. Well, do it. Thank you.
of
Thank you
show
for
me a single dad cowboy,
reeling
small
me in.
town, single father, something or other.
Oh yeah, we didn't ever read the full name of the series. Show me a single dad cowboy, small town, single father cowboy romance of the Cowboy Crossing Romances series.
Oh my god.
Just in case you thought this was, show me a single dad cowboy from another series, it's not.
No.
It's a good series.
Hey, here we go.
Yeah, we got it.
She waved off his praise, though her insides warmed. Oh, please, be serious. I am. Admiration darkening his brown eyes confirmed his words. Her heart thudded as he opened his truck's passenger door and she slid inside. She had been on dates before, of course, but she'd never been this nervous.
Never in a truck. Is that a Chevy?
I've never. Ooh. Yeah, it's American made.
She told herself it
Guy's
was,
driving a Toyota around. I don't think
He's got one of those Tesla trucks.
those big cyber trucks. And he's got little cyber truck nuts hanging off the back too, little pixelated.
They're like they're just cubes. Like Rubik's cubes.
That would actually be pretty funny. I'm gonna buy a cyber truck just to do that joke, and it's gonna bankrupt me and ruin my life.
she told herself it wouldn't matter how the date went. Most likely she'd be leaving soon anyway. And still, her heart thundered in her ears the entire drive to the diner as her anticipation simmered. The state could change her life, and she knew it. We can go to some more romantic restaurant in Springfield if you like.
Ooh, the big city? I don't think so. I can't keep up with the pace in Springfield. I was watching an episode of House Hunters the other day, and it was a couple moving to like rural Ohio, and they were like, we can't keep up with the rat race in Cincinnati. And I was like, oh Lord, well, good luck wherever you go.
I mean, all that chili,
Ooh.
Yeah.
That chili is like no other. I have never seen it in person. I would like to.
I've only seen photographs.
I've heard a
No
lot.
shade on Cincinnati. I'm sure it's a lovely city, but like, yeah, if you can't handle Cincinnati, you got to get out of the city. You're in the wrong place.
He said as he'd made a turn. No, please. The local diner is great. Once they were seated, she smiled at the menu, although they'd added a few new dishes.
Ah, I know this.
Yes, food.
The menu hadn't changed much since she'd waitressed here. They ordered drinks, and then his hand covered hers, making her heart jump.
A little aggressive.
Look who's here! The familiar sing-song voice drew her gaze. Cindy.
It's Mama. Sorry.
Cindy, one of the popular girls in school who had teased Maggie mercilessly before Liberty befriended Maggie and put a stop to it, marched to their table. Oh, I heard you got fired from a job in New York City.
New York City.
She patted her bobbed hair.
What the
Such a
hell?
pity.
Word gets around, huh?
It's a small town, all right? If you get the
Rude.
boot out of New York City, that's news. That's in the papers. That's a B page story in the local newspaper.
Damn.
Kicked out of New York City for making a bad match.
But look,
Right below. Smallest woman on earth visiting town this weekend.
20th
Accepting-
anniversary tour.
She's back and she's smaller.
Smaller than ever. Come out to the meadow. Bring the kiddos.
Bring the kiddos out to the Meadowlands.
But look, maybe you could get your old job back at the diner if you beg enough. Blood drew away from Maggie's face and breathing became difficult. Then Maggie did the same thing she'd done after high school. She fled. Giorgio caught up with her on the porch and turned her around. Please don't pay attention to her. Don't let it bother you.
A restaurant with a porch? Is this a Cracker Barrel?
I was gonna say I only know one, and it's the old CB. The only restaurant where everyone has a gift shop attached. You could
And the
buy a
gift shop-
wicker. Oh, you could get like a wicker rocking chair at every at every Cracker
Yeah.
Barrel.
I remember going into the gift shop as a kid because it was like a rest stop basically.
Yeah.
Like on long
Yes,
drives.
that's what
They
they are.
I hated it. No cool toys, no action figures.
What are you talking about? They had a nice, like a wooden train whistle.
They had
You
like
could maybe get a harmonica.
They had the game where you can like jump the pegs.
They
like,
had the
on
peg game.
tables.
Yep,
Mm-mm.
yep.
No, they didn't have He-Man, Skeletor.
That's what you were looking for.
Yeah.
Hey, lady, where's He-Man? Son, you in the wrong part of town for He-Man.
We got these finger traps. We got this peg game. We got this ball on a hoop thing.
Oh yeah, and there's a restaurant over here. If you want food or anything, grilled cheese.
Don't let it bother you. You're beautiful. You're kind. Wonderful. Successful. And you know it.
Ooh.
This is how we have to. This is how we like prepped ourselves for this live stream.
Exactly. That's verbatim. We just that was our mantra at 8:55.
She hit her face on his broad chest, hating herself for being weak again.
I told
Why
you.
would she still be this cruel?
Told you. It was
Yeah.
Nothing to her.
Yeah, he's got a movie chest.
Oh yeah. Don't even see the nipples. That's the pecs are just overwhelming.
It grew over.
Yeah, the nipples are folded underneath the pec. Sorry, I do apologize to everybody.
A whoosh of air left his lungs. Her life is miserable and she hurts other people because she's hurting. Besides, it might be partly my fault. I used to date her.
Oh well,
There it is.
thanks for letting me know.
Despite his words, humiliation made her blood boil. Was this how people in her small town still saw her? Pitiful. She didn't fit in here. Never had. She pulled away. Bring me back to the house. Please. I need to book a flight and pack. What? No, don't leave. You got it all wrong. I'll miss you and Bianca and Liberty, but I can be someone important in New York City. Someone valued and appreciated. And that was what she needed, even if it broke her heart into a million pieces.
The
2 days.
end.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I thought it was about to end.
2 days later, Maggie drove a rental car to the Springfield airport. Giorgio and Liberty had offered to drop her off, believing was easier this way. Her eyes prickled and she kept her chin up. At the next gas station, she pulled up to fill the tank, stretch her legs, and get a cup of coffee. As she walked back to her car with a paper cup, warm to the touch, her phone in her jeans pocket beeped with an incoming message. She took a few sips of hot, flavorful liquid and slid into the car while the tank filled up. Sitting there, she did her best to resist her curiosity.
I love this
Saying-
liquid.
It's delicious. These are what Missouri beans. These were made out of. Delicious.
Saying
cow's
goodbye?
beans.
Cow. Sorry for all the Missouri slander. I'm not better than Missouri. I'll tell you that right now.
He's
I'd
not.
live there. I'm worse.
Saying goodbye was difficult enough. Okay, fine. She placed her coffee in the console's cup holder and pulled her phone from her pocket. A picture attachment accompanied the text, and her heart twisted. The words, "We love you," scrawled over a crayon drawing of red tulips. Bianca was beyond precious.
I feel like we're on a collision course for a sad ending here,
No,
and I don't like it.
What are you talking about? No way.
Am I gonna cry?
you can cry.
You can't. That's the problem with the live stream. Ganesh can't edit out my sobs like he usually does.
But did that mean Giorgio loved her too? She must have been sitting in the driver's seat for a while after the numbers on the pump screen stopped moving. On autopilot, she climbed out, replaced the nozzle, and tightened the lid on the tank. When she drove off, a myriad of thoughts assailed her. Was she driving away from the best thing that ever happened to her simply because of something that had happened when she had been a child?
Yes, obviously.
Yeah, I don't know.
Go back now. Oh, Ganesh is.
Oh, that was a lot of words in a row for you.
Yeah.
It's like,
Hey, I mean, it's not like there's a limit. Let's give him another round of applause, folks.
there
Phil.
we go.
All right, settle down, settle down. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Much obliged.
She could bring a dating company online and provide hands-on service via telecon or travel if needed. She didn't have to prove her worth to her boss, to the girls who teased her as a child, or even to herself, because she was already worthy in the eyes of God.
Santa. Hey, brings presents.
You gotta be thankful for that.
The end.
That was what was important, and Giorgio had helped her understand that, along with the Mormon Church. And somehow, it doesn't say that. And somehow, in the process of beginning to like herself, she fell for him.
No
She
ribbon.
knew it now. She fled her feelings as much as the reminder of her humiliation. She loved Giorgio. She really did. And she loved a lot of things about her hometown. As for Cindy, well, maybe she was a hurting soul who needed to lash out at others to feel better about herself. And if so, Maggie felt sorry for her. She stared at the green fields and endless sky and realized she'd been worthy of love all along. Returning to Cowboy Crossing proved that to her.
Hey, the end.
She turned around and drove back, flooring the gas pedal. Her heart
Right.
expanded.
Everybody in this book is on the verge of a damn heart attack.
Like, no one can like breathe. I feel like maybe we're just more aware of that these days.
Yeah, I took a sharp breath and my heart expanded, and I felt a sharp pain down my left arm, and my face turned blue. I was in
If-
love.
If she was wrong and Giorgio didn't love her back, well, she'd just have to take that chance at humiliation. A few miles down the road, she passed a familiar truck. Whoa.
Cybertruck.
Is that
Was
are those square truck nuts?
Oh, I
Is
got
that
it.
Giorgio?
Giorgio.
was he going somewhere right when she wanted to come back to him? Well, thankfully, the signs promised a rest area ahead soon, so she took the exit, pulled to the curb, and turned off the engine. Should she text him? Or would that look ridiculous?
Is this a choose your own adventure now? That'd be fun. Let's text him.
His truck parked behind her rental car, solving her dilemma. She rushed outside, then waited until he removed his daughter from the booster seat, her heart beating fast.
Not again.
I decided to return. There, she put her heart on the line. Apprehension strung her nerves. Bianca flung herself at Maggie. We missed you, Miss Maggie. Well, I missed you too. Even if they'd only been apart for one day, Maggie leaned down to hug her, tenderness filling her to the brim. I love you very much, both of you. Grinning widely, Giorgio joined them for a group hug. Well, I guess we'd better return our plane tickets then.
Were they going to New York?
Whoa.
They should all go to New York. It's way better.
Together.
Just kidding. Super expensive. And it smells like pee everywhere.
They can go to
Meadowlands.
yeah, 20th anniversary. What's that place we went that one time? Where we got burgers and lobsters?
Burger and Lobster.
They
a
they
good-
could go there.
It's a good restaurant.
Are you talking about the Rockaway?
No, we're talking about the restaurant Burger and Lobster in Midtown Manhattan. Serve burgers and lobsters, and it's pretty good. Simple, tasteful. This episode sponsored by Burger and Lobster.
If
Is that the end? Is there more?
No.
You gotta
He
say
gave her a familiar lopsided grin. Sweet Pea here, and I decided to visit you in New York City.
New York City.
You do that. Why? Because we love you, silly.
I'm gonna kill you.
I apologize. Giorgio laughed and kissed Maggie's cheek. Yeah, what my daughter said. Fast forward to a month later.
Oh, we got a fucking epilogue.
Yada, yada, yada. Air whooshed out of her lungs. Will you marry me?
A lot of lung
Wow.
so much lung play here.
Bianca
Yeah.
jumped up and down and said, say yes, say yes. Thank you for your help, Sweet Pea. I know you deserve fireworks or having the question on the screen at a football game, but I told you I'm a simple guy.
That's a real American's idea of like the best thing you can do for somebody.
I'd like to-
deserve to have this on the screen at Arrowhead Stadium at a Chiefs home game.
But instead, we're gonna have to put it on the screen at Meadowlands
Yeah.
while we go check out the
local
traveling. Yeah.
But I told you I'm a simple guy, a small town cowboy, now a single dad who loves you very much.
That's the name of the book. I'm a simple guy, a small town cowboy, and a single dad that loves you very much.
Oh, this is amazing. I mean, this proposal is amazing. And of course I'll marry you. Hooray, my wish came true. Giorgio lifted Maggie and whirled. Oh, you've made me the happiest man alive. Her heart swelled. Her wish came true too. All three of them. The wish of her childhood has not only had his mother been fussing over her, but Maggie now also had the chance to be a mother too. The wish for a mother for Bianca, and the wish for a chance with Giorgio. Thank you, Lord, for all the answered prayers.
Oh my God.
And when Giorgio
God almighty,
kissed
this book- are you making the rest of this up? This book
and when
ended an
Giorgio
hour ago.
kissed her, she saw fireworks, stars, and even some sunshine. The end.
All right. Okay.
Thoughts?
You know, it had to be that long.
Yeah, my first thought is the length was perfect.
Mhm.
No notes.
Much like Return of the King.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fine. You know, really wanted more sex scenes. Wanted some smut. Wanted to hear you say some dirty words on the chat. I think it's time before we go. I want to turn it over to the comments and just see what we got going on here. We got oh boy. We see Bad Piss Son has declared that Ganesh is a big town cowboy. As has I Don't Play Games 84.
He I can attest to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been thinking about buying a compound out in Wyoming. So if anyone wants to join me out there and be a cowboy with me.
Yeah.
No, you're a
Can you-
big town cowboy. You stay in New York City, sir.
Ganesh
you
is
do the
having
work.
he's got like a David Koresh kind of thing going on. Constructa echoing, I think, a lot of viewers' thoughts is why won't it stop? Yeah. Tommy Poot says, yeah, what my daughter said has to be on a t-shirt in Texas, which certainly it is, and probably coasters and bumper stickers. Holy shit is the book ending. Another good one. That means we're doing a good job. Does Burgers and Lobsters have a lobster burger? No.
Yeah, I think they do.
But is it really a burger at that point? It's a lobster roll.
No.
Would you put ground beef in a hot dog bun with lobster roll stuff? I don't think so.
All right, fine. What else we got? We got oh my god. Phil's camera resolution wins. That's for damn sure. He looks way better than the rest of us. Shane, show us the inside of your cup. I think that's a good thing to end on. What do you got? Are you done there?
I'm getting there.
Hey.
Oh. Hope you're happy.
I hope that wasn't on your brand new MacBook Pro.
On the laptop?
It's all good.
Look what you've done, all right? The podcast is over. We'll never the method Shane used to record the podcast is now fried.
Maybe
Keyboard
it's happy.
filled with whiskey. Yeah, honestly, things will get better now. Okay. Is that the end? Are we done? You want to be done? That's it. Can you just give me the wrap up?
Stop there.
Can you just like our Gelman to me and Shane's Regis and Kathy Lee? I like what I see.
Who's
All
who?
right. Me. I say.
You're Kathy Lee?
I'm who's who?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Kathy Lee. Because I
Alright.
can't stop talking about my son Cody. Love that boy. One last thing. Bad Piss Son says next time wear your special hats. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna take that note and we're gonna come back with hats next
Will
time.
do.
On a serious note, thank you to everybody who tuned into this. We have a very, very, very modest fan base, but a lot of you are enthusiastic and we could not be more grateful. to have people who would actually tune in and listen to us say a bunch of stupid shit on Twitch. And if you want to tell us how bad we suck, Anish, what's that phone number?
567-309-0357.
Give us a call, leave us a voicemail. We'll probably put it on the show, but you know, it really depends on if it's good or bad.
Call in if
okay.
you'd like to move out to my Wyoming compound with me.
Let's not get into that. Okay. Phil, what's happened at the end of this? Is there like a graphic? What happens? What goes on? We can't. do we
I
just
ran out of
sign
steam.
off?
I forgot about that.
Can you just? Okay. You know what? Let's.
You
call
know,
it there.
we got a break.
Let's toss it to a break. Hey, thank you. Seriously, thank you so much.
Thank
for
you.
joining
Yeah.
us. This is a stupid fun thing that we like to do together, and means a lot to us that you'd watch. All right. Bye. Goodbye.
Thank you.